What's up, guys? Welcome to the TalkingBull podcast. I'm Anthony. This is Nick. We're here to bring you your weekly nerd news and talk some bull. Today we got a whole bunch of bull for you, but some cool bull. Also some bad bull, but I should say bull a lot. Anyways, top news.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Did you see the new movie?
Yeah, man.
You did see the new movie?
No, it comes out soon.
Oh, it's not out yet?
No.
Okay.
I lost internet for a second. No, it comes out...
Oh, May. Oh,
May.
We got time.
Yeah, we got time.
I want to see it, though. Have you seen trailers for it?
Yeah. Didn't we talk about the trailer on the thing before?
Maybe.
No, we were going to, and then we didn't record.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like me and you talked about it, though.
I don't... Yeah, no. Yeah, this trailer's cute. I love it.
Yeah.
The movie looks good. The IKEA joke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I've definitely watched it, but
Where he licks them?
Yeah, I think we were off for that
Don't
one.
ever do that again.
Yeah, we definitely did. I don't know if we did it on here, though. But yeah, Scooby-Doo. I'm excited for it. I was a little, weary of it when it was first, animated and whatever. Because, there's Scooby-Doo has a track record of, this.
Well, I find... I have a thing... And so, two things. I watched the new Addams Family that came out, a few months ago.
I heard it was cute.
It was good. I liked it. It was funny. But I have a thing about, not going back, but watching, Addams Family or this, or let's say Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Like TMNT. When you go back and watch the movie, and then, but prior to that, we had already done live action.
Yeah.
So, right, we did the, 2000 Scoobs that were live. We did obviously the first two Turtles that were live, or first three Turtles that were live. Addams Family live in the 90s, shit like that. So it's just it's weird when they're doing it again, but it's animated, and it's because we talked about before, the animator is a little lesser.
A ceiling. It has a ceiling.
Yeah. It does. It has a ceiling. It's a little lesser, especially in some cases when you've already achieved.
Especially with even for a case of Scooby-Doo, a property that has so many incarnations.
Yeah.
How well can this movie do compared to say the live action, but compared to the fact that a few years ago it had a show going.
Yeah, it's always on, and there's always different ones.
And again, they go like this.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like Turtles. Turtles is always on in some way, shape, or form.
Right now, it's doing this.
Complete nosedive. Could have told you that.
Unless you're reading the comics and the figures, then you're going up. But if you're watching the live actions and that animated show that is complete dog shit, then yeah.
Did we talk on here about Batman Ninja 2?
I think we mentioned it in passing.
Yeah. It was just you mentioned anime or whatever.
They're doing I think
I actually think we talked about it last week when we started going down the rabbit hole of the anime.
They're doing a live action play version of Batman Ninja.
In Asia somewhere.
Yeah.
I was
like, can someone take that? I thought it was live action.
Fuck, I want to go see this.
I thought it was
it's in fucking Hong Kong, and I was like, well, fuck, I'm not going there.
Place you definitely don't want to.
Well, now you don't want to travel, but this was before I'm not going to Hong Kong to see this. But yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I was definitely oh, that's cool. But this trailer looked really nice. That song in the trailer is so perfect. I don't know what song that is, but it just fits it perfectly. And I love the naming of the dog and shit.
Yeah.
I just love that. And this one, did you watch this one yet?
A new trailer? No.
They reveal what happens when they get on the ship. It's not an alien ship. It's what is it? Blue Falcon there?
It's his ship.
Yeah.
They say that in the of the IKEA thing.
But it kind of it seems ominous and what's going on, blah blah blah, and then you kind of see him a little bit, and you're like, oh, I wish they would have kept that a secret a little bit of you hadn't seen him until the thing. But it sounds like Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but oh man, looks good. It really does. And it comes out in 2 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Speaking of things that are awesome, and I'm very excited to see.
Speaking of things that are coming, I would have said me.
Yeah, me. The other day when we saw the new pictures of the Batmobile.
Oh, nice segue.
Thank you.
I did finish.
Yeah, I segued that very well. Oh my! So the first back shot there, I like the cool look of the back, and you kind of
you got the fin right there and stuff. Yeah,
it's very So it is a car. Let's just
straight up, it's a car.
Preface it that it is. It
has bells and whistles. But it's a car.
It's definitely a souped up car, and like, it's getting very positive word of mouth association, which normally like doesn't go that well. But we see the full suits. We see the front of the car.
Yeah, I like this view, the top view.
Yeah. So that suit.
You know what? You know what I'm seeing a lot of comments though. Particularly in the next shot, I think when it's from the back, everyone's like, "So why does it have brake lights?"
People are
really questioning these brake lights and the turns. It looks like they have the third
turn light.
The third turn.
I read a whole
like
article about why having a third turn light was a good idea, and I'm just like, I love this.
The turn
but I'm like,
or the
of
brake
course
lights?
it does because it's a car.
Yeah, but the other cars never did. No. They just, but like, he just would stop short and no one would know. They'd hit him all the time.
Like, it is definitely a souped up car. You could tell it's something he and probably Alfred worked on.
Could do.
And like,
it's believable.
Exactly.
No Lucius. Yeah. I like that.
And this is very much like, it's year 2. Like, of course it's a car. I said to you before we even recorded, year 1 probably didn't even have a car.
Took an Uber everywhere.
Like, yeah. Remember that? It reminds me of those the old OnStar Batman commercials.
Yeah.
OnStar, how can I help you, Batman? Now he just books an Uber.
Yeah, he just Ubered it back into the city.
I very
kept
much
it anonymous, right?
From this far away shot, I'm getting a very like, remember the Batman Noel skin from Arkham?
Yeah,
looks like that.
Mm-hmm. It's the high collar, right?
Yeah,
Noel had that high collar and stuff.
It looks really good, and we see the cape.
Mm-hmm.
The high collar looks better with the cape.
Yeah,
without the cape, it looked kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But you see more of like the rib look here.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, now that I blew this up, I didn't even see Batman in the shot initially.
Oh yeah,
through the back of the car, like you see the lights. I like the red.
Yeah,
it's very cool. You see his utility belt here pretty well too. It again, it looks like that Arkham plating, which I really like. It looks like his gauntlets are separate. On his arms. I love this. I love this reveal of like, again, this is how we're getting
these
stuff.
Official reveals before they're getting leaked.
Yeah.
Like there were those leaked photos of the suit like last week, but prior to that we had that little video.
Yeah.
You know, so like we got the video, we got the leaked suit.
I'm trying very hard to stay away from leaks because I know Matt Reeves is going to give us actual looks at some point anyways. Like, when does this movie come out? June. We should be getting something soon.
June next year.
Yeah. We still should be getting a teaser or something soon.
Comic-Con, I'd imagine. Get something in July.
Yeah, if it happens.
Well,
are they going to Comic-Con?
Yeah, Warner Bros. Will be there. Like,
didn't they pull out last year? Or did they go last year?
I think they went.
Okay.
They had a Warner Brothers panel, like, where they talk about everything. You know, they didn't just do a DC one. They talked about all their slate, for the year. And then, what's the one that just happens, like, near the end of the year in Mexico? CinemaCon?
Oh, yeah.
There's one near the end of the year.
I think they...
And that's where they released the...
I think they canceled that.
For the end of this year?
CinemaCon.
Maybe that's not what it's called. That
doesn't sound... one of the cons like that was canceled.
Permanently?
No, just...
No. This happens at the end of the year. It happens in November.
Oh.
Because it just happened in, like, 3 months ago in November.
Yeah.
And that's where they released the Wonder Woman trailer.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right?
What was that?
I can't remember. I know it's in South America somewhere. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay.
And when they released the Wonder Woman trailer, Reeves commented on it and said, "I'll see you guys there next year with," and he put the little bat symbol that he's been using, the little bat emoji, indicating that that's where he's going to release like his trailer.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sure we'll get something in like Comic-Con, like even like a little teaser.
Oh, this is not just real drama.
Yeah, but if you want his thing, you got to click on.
Yeah. I thought it was already there, but fuck this guy. CW wishes any of their stuff looked this good.
Yeah.
Actually, some of it does, but some of it's terrible. But yeah,
their car, the CW Batman car, would look horrible. Yeah, 100%.
But like, you could put Grant right over here, and he would be fine.
They already got Arrow standing right there.
Yeah, there's Arrow right here. What's he looking at?
Probably a street sign. Probably like, am I lost? I can't. I'm looking for.
He pulls out his phone. He's like, Alfred, where am I? I got
Google
lost
Map
again.
Me, tell me where I am.
Google Bat.
Google Map me and let me know my location. Where am I?
Batman, the GPS broke again, Alfred. Where am I? And Alfred's just like, so Gotham is not that big. He turns around, the manor's behind him.
I know, you can probably see the manor from everywhere in Gotham.
It's like an Arkham where you can see the Wayne building.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's like the Renaissance building.
Oh, yeah.
Across the street, across the river,
you
right?
just
You can see it all over the
yeah,
place.
Exactly.
See it all. The other day I was coming in on the 401.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
From the 401 out in Tilbury.
Yeah.
You can see that shit.
It's good looking
crazy.
Yeah, it's good looking.
Huge.
Do you think we're getting a Batcave? Like not a full blown Batcave, but at least a cave with some TVs.
I think we're gonna get a cave with some TVs and shit underground.
I think I asked you this last time, but I really want a Batcave.
I think we're gonna get something. It's gonna be more than Begins.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, but obviously less than like
Batman.
Justice League and shit like that. Like it's not gonna be like that.
Yeah.
I think it could be like 89.
Yeah.
89 was a
that's true. Original 89.
Little bank of monitors and his sat over there, and that was kind of it. And you know, like then he had like a little workbench and shit. You know, like
I'm very excited for this movie.
Yeah, me too.
Like you know. Can we get an Arkham game based off of this? Because that would be cool. Can we get a Batmobile that isn't a tank?
That's what we asked for, and look, they gave it to us.
Thank you. No, I meant Arkham.
In the Arkham games?
Yeah, can we have that?
That'd be nice.
Like, that Batmobile was great, and they're like, turn it into tank mode, and I went, oh, man.
Yeah.
And then they're like, then you get to fight Deathstroke again, and they're like, in a tank, and you're like, one of the greatest fights in gaming, and you turned it into a tank battle for the sequel. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what we got this week.
Wednesday.
I love it. I love the little the bat in the car on Twitter. But I love these little reveals. Like even they did it with Batman, Affleck's Batman. They gave us the
picture,
the car,
sad
the
Batman.
suit, sad Batman. Yeah. But I love it. I wish more movies would like subtly roll out things, not like every week give us a featurette like some things do. Like Jesus Christ.
But I like the idea of like they know people are going to be watching. They know people are going to take photos of this car once this gets on the road and starts like filming. Let's just give them couple pictures of the car that look good right
exactly, because I bet you this week or in the
you're
next
gonna get
bit,
leaks in the next
they're
few days
going to be like
when
we
they're
saw
gonna be
like
filming. Yeah.
they revealed the suit and then what 3 days maybe 2 days later set stuff leaked because they were shooting like
and he was on the bat bike. He was on the motorcycle.
At his parents' grave in the daylight.
Whatever.
No, but like I said, it's probably fucking like, you know, put the fucking darkness in afterwards and all that other shit. But yeah, this suit is fucking awesome. Why is this? It's been
cherry pie.
What is it?
Cherry pie.
Oh, never mind. I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. I don't care. Oh, this is
Salty Snyder. Oh. That's funny.
Oh, because so what we're looking at now, Nemesis is trending for Resident Evil 3. This is still making me laugh every time. I gotta scroll off it. What it is in Resident Evil 2, the remastered there, sometimes the guy who was chasing you, Mr. X, would break into the safe room, quote unquote, and you weren't safe. Like, you could die in there. Whereas they were like, okay, Nemesis can't get you in those safe rooms. We're not letting him in. So you can actually go in there and not die. Because people were saying, oh, like, I guess one of the screenshots showed that Nemesis could get in there, but he can't. I am loving the fact that these games are being redone completely from the ground up. They're making them better. They look the way they are now. And, like, this picture of Nemesis, he looks fucking awesome. Like, he was scary in the original game. Now he's even more scary. And what is something more scary? When that scary thing is on fire. I played the Final Fantasy 7 Remake demo because it dropped on Monday. That game is just... It plays and looks as gorgeous as those trailers are.
Yeah.
And it is seamless. Like, they're like that first entry video we saw of, like, the train coming in. Cloud jumps off the train and immediately pulls back and gives you control. It's just seamless now, and I love that. No more of this pre-rendered bullshit. Like, we've seen it with, like, games where it's like, oh, that looks really cool. Then they give you control of the thing, and you're like, why does it look that way? Go back to the other cool-looking stuff. Mm-hmm. My biggest gripe, and I've said this many, many, many fucking times.
DC.
No, those fucking stupid, like, mobile game trailers where the game looks, like, amazing and it looks cinematic. And you just want to watch that guy get kicked again. And
have you seen this one?
Yes.
Where the guy, it's like a gym meme.
Yeah. That guy's scary. And then, like, you get the game and it's like a just turn-based MOBA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, or you see the little thing. The game looks incredible. You go and download it. It's like a card game.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, what
Magic and shit is notorious for that.
Yeah.
That was Big Bird breaking.
I want to see that.
That's scary. No, thank you. Go to that next one because he gets mad at the mouse.
There it is.
What? Why is he beating up this door? What did this door ever do to him? And remind me never to piss off this guy.
He looks like a wrestler. Like, why is he so funny? That's a long gif.
Yeah. There's that Big Bird again. That's creepy.
Was that the original? Or are those two different things?
One's Mr. X and one's Nemesis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw this the other day making the rounds. He eats like hot sauce.
Oh, he's hot ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Nemesis on fire again. Yeah, because there was Mr. X peeking into the safe room.
Well.
It's from Yakuza. That shit's weird. Just us reacting to the fucking replies on the tweet. Oh yeah, that's the actual scene from where it's from. Why does it just stop going? So that's like the new reveal of Nemesis. It keeps going. He's on fire.
Big Bird.
Well, I would love to know where this random clip of Big Bird is from. Just scary.
Have you watched any Rick and Morty? Like the new ones?
I watched the first few that came out, and I haven't watched it since.
I think they did 5, and then they stopped.
Yeah, I haven't.
I felt like I watched the first 5.
I haven't. I've only watched the first 3. Apparently they're bringing us Szechuan sauce back again. So that was cool. There's Adam Driver doing stuff. I don't even know what this.
What is this?
I don't know.
Fucking stupid.
Zoomed in on this guy. There's that guy beating the door again.
Give me a new window.
I'm very afraid of why you need a new window. You typey.
See, if you were on your phone, these would play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You would see all the little snippet. We'll click on one, actually, and it might play there. See?
Yeah.
Look at that fucking thing. What the fuck is that? You think that's real?
Yes. I've seen that one. Dancing Chihuahua.
Oh, that one's not playing.
No. That is just disturbing. We're just looking at funny fucking gifs now.
Too bad they can't see the monitor though.
And I'm not showing them. Very humorous indeed.
That's fucking creepy.
The dog's gonna do it now.
That's fucking awesome.
That's Julia Roberts, and that's from is that from one of those horror movies that came out recently? The Basement People or whatever, the Underdwellers. I forgot the fuck it's called, but the dog's a dick. Is that what you do in your free time?
I'm just doing this right now.
I'm just doing it. The cat.
My money, bitch.
The cat has a stack of money, and someone's trying to take it, and he doesn't. 2 for the price of 1. There you go.
Oh man, I know what I'm gonna be doing later.
If you want to know what we're laughing at, just Google funny gifs, and that's what we're looking at. There's a lot.
Oh, you know what this reminds me of? 2 things. The Mask, which
Yes.
I want to rewatch.
Yes.
And Roger Rabbit, which would also be worth a rewatch.
I watched it a few months ago. It really is. I love this. It's from Chappelle. What's Kirsten Dunst doing here?
I know why that's on there.
Me too.
That dog's eating his own foot.
That's just, you've given up on life. This is my favorite one. He can use this for anything when he's trying to drink the wine when he's in the vibrating chair. And we're done.
So the Batmobile.
Yeah, the Batmobile looks good.
Going back. Adam Shankman to direct what? Oh, Hocus. I saw that the other day.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus too.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Did you see the stuff about Hilary Duff?
Yeah. It's really weird. So obviously, as you guys know, we talked about this when they announced Disney Plus. One of the big things is they were bringing back a Hilary Duff.
But they were okay. So on they were bringing back Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
And they had the original showrunner and obviously Hilary.
Yeah.
And just recently, the showrunner was let go.
Yeah.
Because Disney says you got to keep it G.
And
they wanted to make it like where she would be now at 34. She's not going to be doing the same dumb things that she did when she was 14.
No, which I agree with.
But you know, to be on the Disney network, you need to pretend like you're not.
Which is so stupid because The Simpsons is on there.
Yeah, but they mentioned another show in the article that they've
moved to Hulu.
Yeah, because they wouldn't agree to the G rating of Disney's, but I can't remember what the other fucking show.
No, I know which
one.
It
was a new show.
Yeah,
like a bring back.
Yeah, I forget what it is too, but I know which one you're talking about. But it's
like, but yeah, so I saw it all came out because I saw the thing from Hilary come up on Twitter or something. She was trending, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is she trending about? Like, I haven't heard this name in 15 years. I'd even forgotten about the show coming back. You know, like right, like
it went radio silent for like a long time.
And then, so I read the article, or like I read her tweet and I read the little article attached to it, and I was like, oh, like that's kind of shitty. You're not surprised when you hear shit like that.
No, especially when it's from Disney. You're really not. But I'm like, I don't know, like, what's Disney afraid of with moving it to Hulu and having more, like, the people that are going to watch this show
are 35.
Exactly, they're the ones who grew up watching the show and want to see.
But they don't want. I think they don't want. They don't want to make it for the 35-year-old. They want to make it for the 9-year-old to watch it and get all the dumb shit. But then the 9-year-old isn't going to relate to the 35-year-old Hilary Duff either. So like it's stupid.
And that was the problem with the Boy Meets World revival and Full House, is that like these were both shows that. Well, Full House to a lesser extent, but still.
Because it did last a while, but
they grew up and they matured as people and characters. They had arcs and blah, blah, blah. But when they brought it all back, they Disney-tized the shit out of both of them, even though they weren't. It was that Disney Nickelodeon feel to them. Like, whereas that's not what it should have been. It should have been like, yes, these characters are now adults. You can still have them in funny situations. But, like, they still, like, these shows would have been better on the actual fucking networks themselves, like ABC and shit. I think they would have handled these far better. And having, like, they're the adults now and they have kids, and their kids are going to have the same situations they did. That was the great thing about Boy Meets World after like season 3, because the first 3 are kind of like write-offs, but
for the original,
for the Boy Meets World, yeah, because they were in the grade school shit. But like, you saw the characters evolve and grow and go through, you know, middle school, high school, and then college, and then finally, like, near the end, they were basically adults. And they kind of shoehorned just kid shit all into that revival because of the network it was on. And it's like, why couldn't you have made an adult show with, like, there is shows that have that balance of shit that you can watch. Harley Quinn, for example.
No, that's fully balanced in the other direction.
I know. I just wanted to say
that's amazing, though.
It is, but they're
so
like things like the only thing that pops in my head right now is Shrek, and I don't know why.
But it's a good mix of child and adult.
Like Pixar, another like they do like those things very well.
I'd say Shrek does it better than Pixar.
Yeah.
Because Pixar's still Disney, and it's
but in terms of actual Disney,
yeah, it has some adult things in it, but not as much as Shrek.
I'm trying to think of a show that like is kind of geared towards that, but I'm blanking on one right now. But like, why not do that?
Yeah,
like
I wish I could remember what the other show was that they did move to Hulu.
But I like just do it. Move it to Hulu. Let the kids watch it. They can watch both. You're going to have them bundled anyways. You might like people who have Hulu probably have Disney Plus. Like, just do it. I don't understand your hesitation.
If I was Disney, I would just be like, you know what? We're just gonna put the Lizzie McGuire show on hold.
Yeah,
and then just never do it.
Exactly.
I'd be a dick.
Yeah, you got the Mighty Duck show. You're good. That show's gonna be a train wreck.
Oh. Fuck, because it's gonna be so Disney.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the same thing that Boy Meets World and thing or
Full House and Lizzie McGuire. All these uphill battles that these shows are gonna have. Yeah. It's gonna be fucking garbage. Like, oh wow.
Yeah, like we were talking about it. We were kind of hyped a little bit on it now, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's gonna be garbage. It's gonna be.
It's like watching the movies. I physically cannot watch those movies again.
No, they're dated.
I watched them a few years ago and instantly got rid of them.
I don't know why you watched them after I did. When you saw some of the scenes and you're like, "Why the fuck are you watching this?" I'm like, "I don't know. I couldn't wanted to." No, they definitely don't hold up. Turtles holds up. I watched that like 2 weeks ago. Both those movies hold up. The first two.
Yeah.
Third one's always been a garbage truck on fire.
It's not that bad.
But in terms of like the first two, it's not good. Like if you're gonna sit down and watch the tip 3, I'd rather just watch the 2. Like there's no point in watching that third one. Hell, you could even skip that and go to the fourth one.
The animated.
Yeah, I'd rather watch the animated one than over that. Now, would you rather watch The Next Mutation or like even like the first 5 episodes of The Next Mutation or 3? 3, yeah, hands down 3. God, The Next Mutation.
Would you rather watch 3 or just the pilot of Next Mutation?
3.
3.
3. Why are 3s always so bad?
Yeah, they are.
Like they usually are.
There's no good trilogy.
There's no good trilogy. There's a few good trilogies.
Where all three movies are as equal to the independently.
Star Wars.
All 3 are equal independently?
The original Star Wars, all 3 are equal independently good.
I wouldn't say that.
I would. Nah. You can't say that about any of the new trilogies though. Because of the prequel trilogies, 2 out of the 3 are good. Or 1.5 out of 3 are good. And even the new trilogy you can't.
1.5 are good.
1.5 are good. I saw that message you sent me the other day about Star Wars. And just being a clusterfuck, but a beautiful clusterfuck, basically. I'm like, yeah, I can get behind that. I just it's one of those things where now insular media is explaining things in the movie better than the movie does, and it seems like they just cut out 85% of this movie to make a runtime, and I'm like, Batman v Superman and Justice League. Stop cutting movies, or stop shooting them this much. I don't know, I don't understand what's going on. You know, for a thing I didn't think we'd have, we hit pretty good.
Yeah.
30. It's not bad. Speaking of things I'm actually interested about, The Last of Us is getting a series on in the works at HBO. and it seems like it's going.
So is that going HBO or HBO Max?
It says HBO. Okay. Yeah.
If I was HBO or Warner Brothers or AT&T, I would just get rid of one. Like, I would just have HBO Max.
See, I think the thing is Max is supposed to be the thing where shows go after. You still want that, like...
What if I have one thing, just HBO Max?
Because you can't...
And I just move every show that's currently on HBO to HBO Max, and then I charge $9 a month for it.
I understand that, but at the same time, they still have the TV, the network, because they know people are still watching the network.
I guess, yeah.
Like
actual TV.
Yeah. Whereas, like, they can do both. Like, what right now they're gonna double dip because they can, right? They can. Have
okay, so yeah, I get that it's like HBO works at it, Last of Us at HBO. But would you be able to watch on HBO Max if you had it?
This probably after like a couple days or whatever, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. So, because like if you think about it, what would be the bigger
But
impact?
not in Canada because we're not getting HBO.
No. But just hypothetically in the US, like what would have the bigger impact if they dropped one episode of Game of Thrones on the network versus TV, right? Which is going to have the bigger impact. Mm-hmm. You know what? I don't know if it works. Just look at The Witcher.
Witcher's huge.
Yeah.
Did he crazy?
But I bet you would still do crazy had it just aired on TV.
Yeah, on HBO.
Yeah, like had it just been on... If it was an HBO show on HBO, it still would have had, I think, the same lasting impact, right?
Yes.
Because The Witcher, yes, it came out all at once, but even if they did a one-episode thing like Star Wars, look at The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore. But yeah, I do think you can double dip and just put it on there later. Bad example.
But you can't double dip now because of Corona.
No.
Yeah. Well, double dipping is
okay.
germs. So.
I gotcha. That joke flew over my head for a second. You can't double dip and drink Corona.
Yeah.
With Corona.
Yeah.
Fucking making terrible, stupid jokes about that. Anyways, The Last of Us series is in the work at HBO. It's gonna feature the guy who made the Chernobyl series and the creator.
You ever watch that?
No, I haven't watched it.
You never watched Chernobyl?
No.
Oh,
he's also going to be the writer. Also, Neil Druckmann will be executive producing the show. He's the writer and creator and director of The Last of Us,
the video game,
the first two games. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I saw this makes sense because I saw like a lot of pictures on Twitter
of
casting ideas, and the one that I liked was I don't know her name, but it was the youngest daughter,
Denver something from the Last Man Standing.
Yes,
and the guy from Thing with the beard.
Yeah.
That.
But it was her.
Yeah,
and I was
her
like,
and him in the same side by shot on Twitter. Yeah, I saw that shit too. And I was like, yes, that right there.
She's an amazing actress.
She is. It's crazy.
She's in that Booksmart.
Yeah.
You ever watch that?
She's
the one with Jonah Hill's sister.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know
so
it.
Good.
She's in that.
So fucking funny.
And then she's obviously on that, but she also does some serious stuff too. Yeah,
that's a serious movie, like the Booksmart one.
So this would replace, they said, the Last of Us movie that they wanted to do.
I'd be okay with that.
I would rather have that. You cannot do The Last of Us in a movie. Mm-hmm. You can't. Mm-hmm. Woodwork much better as this, and they have stated that they would not change a whole hell of a lot in the process of making a TV show translating it to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. Make it a TV series. Make it like.
It's a long game, so like you could probably get at least 8 episodes.
Exactly, but HBO does that. They don't do the long episode thing.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have it on here than, let's say, like anywhere on near network TV. Also, you couldn't do it on network TV.
No.
So I'm really excited for this. If this comes true and they do it, I love The Last of Us. I finally fucking finished that game. I loved it before I finished that game. I cannot wait for that next part. We've seen hundreds of trailers. Not 100. We've seen like 3 trailers at this point. That game.
I watched it hundreds of times.
I watched it hundreds of times though. We sat here and watched it like 4 times when we talked about it. But yeah, that game's amazing. I can't wait for the next. And the fact that like it's being done from the guy who does it. You know, like he's on there. He's one of the writers and creator directors as well. So and executive producers. And that's what you need. You need these properties.
He's also the makeup guy.
He's also the makeup guy, the costume designer. Yeah. He's wearing all the hats.
He's your best boy. Yeah. You know, like when you watch the credits and it's like best boy or...
I still don't know what that does. And I looked it up once and I forgot. Oh my god! Speaking of random things, I'm totally just going on tangent. Did you know Kevin James has a YouTube channel?
Kevin James?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And one of his series is he's just a boom guy in scenes of movies reacting to movies. So there, you know the scene in Rocky Balboa where he talks to his kid and he talks about winning,
like in the street.
Yeah. Kevin James is standing there holding the boom mic, reacting to that scene, and it's so fucking funny. And then another one is Star Wars. It's the scene where in Cloud City where he cuts off his hand and shit, and him just holding the boom mic, reacting to this scene. And then there's another one that dropped yesterday or the day before. It's him trying to get a sound check out of the dude from The Notebook, Ryan Gosling. But he's doing that scene where he's all bearded up and like talking to her at the house or whatever, and he's like, "What do you want?" And he's just like, "I'm just trying to get a sound check." And just the whole scene is that. And oh my god, I was fucking dying. And then he actually has some original content. He dropped one today. I haven't watched it, but he's got another one where it's like, "You got something on you," and then he's like, "Oh, you got some toilet paper on your shoe." And it just I'm not gonna ruin it, but it just escalates from there, and it has Kim Coates in it, Tig from
I know his Sons.
Yeah, so good where it goes. You're like, okay.
Did you watch the second season of Mayans?
Nope. Is it out?
Oh, it's out and done.
I have not watched that yet.
It's out and done. I completely forgot about it. I read something and seen something, and I was like,
a show that I am so hyped I just keep forgetting to watch.
Yeah, it was one of those things where like I read something, maybe it might have been even before Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that show when does that air? And then I looked into it. It's like it aired all last year. It aired from like fucking March to June last year, and I'm reading about it in December, and I'm like, oh, when did it air?
We did so many updates on that because of dude getting fired, and then actually getting renewed for that third season, which I was like, okay, good.
And it did get renewed.
It got for
the third season.
Remember, they fired him and then renewed it,
or
renewed it and then fired him, one or the other. So it has a third season coming. So I just need to watch the second one because I forgot.
But it aired all last year sometime. In December, I'm reading about it like, oh, when does that come out? And it's been done for months by the time I'm reading this article. I'm like, oh, fuck.
So tune in next week when I'll probably have watched all of it. So on our recurring segment of things we were super hyped about and finally watched.
And then never got around to watching.
Harley Quinn. I got one left.
Yeah.
I got one left.
I had caught up.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna let it build up. So I got like the last 4 or 5 to watch, and I'm just excited to watch them.
I watched Jurassic Park and The Lost World the other day.
1 and 2?
Yeah. I was just like, why the fuck not? I went and watched World and The Fallen Kingdom. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go watch them back. Watch the OG. They still hold up.
Do you see the thing about fucking the dinosaurs?
Oh, they found DNA? Yeah.
Actual DNA. Well, they're testing to see, but they think it's actual DNA.
That's cool. Can we get Jurassic Park now? Because I'm down for it. Like, I've said this to you many times. The only reason Jurassic Park failed is because Newman is an asshole.
Well, man, in general.
Greed and shit, he shut everything down.
In all of them, though, man fucks up.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, yeah. We could have, like, Jurassic Park would have worked for a while. I don't know.
Well, the second one does.
Yeah.
Like Jurassic World.
Jurassic World works.
Did work for a while until man decides to one best himself and fucks up.
Do you think, honestly, that people would get tired of seeing dinosaurs? Like the movie implies. Because it implies that, like, they're so used to... They grew up with dinosaurs. They're so used to seeing dinosaurs that they're just like...
I guess there would be a generation that is used to it.
Yeah.
It's obvious. I will say this. Twice in the last 4 or 5 months, we've had a conversation with the little one, who, for the first time when it was brought up about dinosaurs being like real, she was like, her mind was blown.
Oh yeah, you told me this.
Her mind was blown.
That
She's
dinosaurs
like,
were real.
What are you talking about? Like, these aren't real things. And we're like, no, they are. Like, they used to really live here. Like, she did not fathom that idea that dinosaurs were actually real.
That's crazy.
But I guess if fast forward, let's say 15 years, there would be a group of 10-year-olds who only lived on this planet with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't think that they're special, I guess.
But I don't know. Every time, like, I still, like, when you see, like, well, this is a bad example because they don't really do it anymore, but, like, SeaWorld and shit. Like, when you still saw, like, the whales and shit.
But then PETA is going to get involved about...
Well, yeah. But, like, obviously what they were doing with killer whales was terrible. They were keeping these giant fucking things in tiny-ass tanks. With Jurassic Park, it seemed like they had a lot of open areas to do what they wanted to do, right?
They're still fenced in and under lock and key with lasers and
but like when you see the size
tasers,
but when you
but they're all comfortable.
But look at the correlation between the size of like a whale tank and then like the size of what the T-Rex paddock was, right? It was fucking huge. But even like the overhead shot of Jurassic World, like that fucking park is massive. Granted, I don't know how like, but even with the
where would we find land for this thing?
Oh, you have to do it in the place where they did it.
Like, or like you just take over a country and just kick all people
exactly.
out.
There's lots of places you can stick Jurassic Park.
Like, let's face it, the rainforest. Yeah, that's free land right in the middle of nowhere.
They need stuff in the rainforest. You might as well plop Rexy there. But like, so my thing was like, when you still see like sharks and shit in tanks, you're like, oh shit, that's a shark, that's cool. And we've seen sharks our entire life. Like, I still love seeing sharks.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get bored of like, that's a motherfucking T-Rex. Like, that thing could kill me right now. Even if I had been there a shit ton of times, I still wouldn't be like, oh, look at that.
I also feel like I would never go. Just
I would go.
I feel like it would be so fucking expensive.
I would go like year 3 when they worked out all the kinks and all the people died the first 2 years.
See, I think I would go sooner because
to die in Jurassic Park.
No, I think
that's how I want to go.
I think I would go sooner before shit breaks down, and then you're fucked, right? Like
the dino rides break down.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're fucked because like you want to go when the stuff is new and working.
Yeah,
I'd go like month 8.
Yeah.
Give me a few months to work out the kinks, and then I'm going.
Yeah, that's realistic.
3 years later, like any business, they're not keeping up on this equipment. They're not fixing things. Padlocks are broken.
When we played Jurassic Park, those things kept breaking out.
Yeah,
you got to make sure you have the right fences and shit.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Like, I think it would be cool, and I think it would be a really bad idea to make super dinosaurs.
You know they would.
Like, oh yeah, they would 100%. But you know what? They would probably stay quieter about it. Because, like, in this one, they were stupid.
Well, you would see it, so you're going to stay quiet about it. But eventually it would come out.
My thing is, like, why? Like, I get you want bigger, scarier dinosaurs, but why combine the 2 scariest motherfuckers of all time into one big one?
Why start there?
Yeah.
I combine, like, the 2 tiny ones.
Yeah, like, in the game, they combined, like, the little ankylosaurs with, like, the spikes.
Yeah.
With Brachiosaurus. And you're like, alright, cool, you gave spikes to a Brachiosaurus. That's fine, they're pretty much chill anyways. Why in the fuck in the movie where they were like, hey, you know what we should start with? A T-Rex and a Raptor. No! You don't take the 2 scariest dinosaurs. You take those little chompy things. That's...
No birds.
No.
No pterodactyls.
No,
there's no way to keep these things contained.
No, why? Yeah, why? Like,
I never understood that in the movies. They fly off, you're gone.
Yeah.
They're in the the real world somewhere. Yeah. There's no containing this thing on the island. It's not like it's chained to
like
some
a
rock.
lot of Jurassic World's problem was like after the helicopter broke the bird aviary, like the pterodactyl aviary. All those fuckers got loose and just wreaked havoc. Yeah. Up until that point, the Indominus just killed anything it walked by. It hadn't really killed any people except for the idiots that decided to go in there with non-lethal rounds. Mm-hmm. So, hypothetical, you're in Jurassic Park, you're the containment team, because you're a moron.
They gotta be paying me a lot.
Yeah, a lot on top of a lot. Mm-hmm. So you go in there, and you're like, okay, the Indominus escaped, we're gonna use non-lethal rounds. I'd be there with my shotgun
I'd
going,
be like, yeah, non-lethal.
Yeah? Okay, cool, I got you, non-lethal.
Non-lethal, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean don't shoot myself lethal, right? They're like, no, the dinosaur. Okay, myself, got it.
Non-lethal. I'm putting in the biggest rounds I can find.
Because, like, there's no way in hell I'm going up against this thing who, like, just outsmarted everyone on his way out. Might as well twirled of cane on his way out of the pack. Yeah. He's like, I'm out, bitch.
Like Planter's Peanuts.
Yes, exactly.
When he was murdered.
Yeah, now he's Baby Nut.
Baby nut.
Baby nut. That's when you nut too many
Oh,
times
baby
and you
nut.
got one left.
Like Baby Bell?
nut. Yeah.
Right? Oh, baby bell.
This just got off the fucking thing. We just segued from Jurassic Park to nutting.
And
To
cheese.
nutting. And cheese.
Nutting and cheese.
Nutting. Ugh. For some reason, my head just scrotum cheese popped into my head as a word.
Random cheese?
Scrotum cheese.
Scrotum cheese. Oh, fuck. There's a fucking phrase.
Because it's a gross thing, but it's a fun phrase.
From under. Right?
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I know. It's just so funny. So is Australia technically called scrotum? Where you going?
It is the scrotum of the earth.
Where you going? Scrotum.
Yeah. It's the island of prison mates.
I'm from Scrotum.
It's the island of prison mates.
That was my terrible. The island of prison. They like scrotum.
It is.
They like scrotum, right? Alright, let's get back on track. The Witcher is getting a new comic series from Dark Horse. It just looks pretty. It's just another, like, thing. I just like the cover art. It looks really nice.
Such a good show.
Yeah.
Such a good show. I think before the second season comes out next year, I would rewatch it.
I still have to watch one.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
No, I did that thing where it's like you watch all of it, but like you don't want to watch that last one because you know
it's the last.
It's the last one before, and you don't know when the next one's coming.
Yeah, I'd imagine this Christmas.
Did you watch the Honest Trailer?
No.
Yeah, I gotta watch the Honest Trailer. It's really funny.
I did go down the rabbit hole and watch a few Honest trailers. No, how they should have. You know
how they should have ended. Yeah. I watched a few. I haven't watched them in a while, but
I watched a couple of them. They were funny.
Yeah. I like those ones because they're accurate. I just love like one of the Spider-Mans was really good. The Justice League one was pretty good. Ghost of Tsushima, I think that's how they pronounce that. Finally has a date, June 26th. They showed off a trailer. I did not watch it. This is kind of like I kind of want to try a game, but I'm not sure yet kind of game. But we also got a plot synopsis for it, which we haven't seen one of those yet, I don't think. So, in the late 13th century, the Mongol Empire has laid waste to the entire nations along with their campaign to conquer the East. We don't have anything. Tsushima Island is all that stands between mainland Japan and the massive Mongol invasion fleet led by the ruthless and cunning general Koto Khan. Isn't that the dude from Mortal Kombat?
No, Khan's the guy from Star Trek.
But not the not the reboot one, because that wasn't Khan.
No, but it was Khan.
Oh, it wasn't though. They told us it wasn't.
Yeah, but then they did.
Yeah,
they did tell us.
Just like Arkham Knight wasn't Red Hood at all. It wasn't him. It was a completely new guy. Except the first fucking sentence he says, you're like, it's Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Arkham Knight.
My name's Todd.
You might as well have just painted that on the side of the helicopter. Not Jason Todd. Hashtag I am Jason Todd. But anyways, as the island burns in the wake of the first wave of the Mongol assault, samurai warrior Jin Saki stands. I ask you, like you're just like, yeah, I know how to pronounce Japanese words. Yeah. As one of the last surviving members of his clan, he's resolved to do whatever it takes at any cost to protect his people and reclaim his home. And a bunch of other words after. But yeah,
just reading that, totally my mind drifted.
Yeah, this isn't like a you thing.
But it drifted to a spot that so I thought of two things. I thought of Pacific Rim.
Okay.
Because it reminded the part about like the land and the monsters coming from the sea.
Yeah, yeah.
And then from Pacific Rim, I thought of the second one, Uprising, which I never seen.
I did.
And then that led me to the next movie, which I never watched, and I don't know if you did. I know it had Hugo Weaving, and it came out last year. And it was it was that movie about like the robot cities.
Oh, the moving walking cities.
Yes.
Yeah, the Fantastic Beasts and Where They Walk. What the? Motor Movers or whatever the fuck it was called. Motor Movers. Motor Movers.
No movie has ever been named the Motor Movers.
Not right. Not yet.
Hugo. I'm looking.
Don't tell me what it is.
Okay.
I'm going to type in something really stupid and see what comes and see if I get it.
Okay, I got it.
I was right of what I thought the movie was supposed to be
Motor
called,
Movers?
but I couldn't think of Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines, yeah.
Because you want to know what I typed in? Walking City movie.
Yeah.
And I'll shit you not. So when I went to Google, so I'll just get off my search. I'll go back to where I was. I go to here and I just went walking
City
space and then I put city and the first thing that came up was the second thing that came up was the thing.
Yeah.
It came up because
Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines. I thought I was trying to think of the name of, but I was like blanking.
Motor City.
Motor Cities.
Motor Cities.
Motor Cities. Yeah, that was it. Mm-hmm. That movie looked really interesting and really fucking stupid all at the same time.
It had to have lost.
It had to have lose his.
It had to have lose his money. It didn't just lose money. It lost money.
It loses all the money.
It loses all the money.
It loses all the money.
Big, huge monies. Huge monies lose.
This game looks. So this is. I brought up the story trailer that debuted the other day. This game looks good. It looks cell shaded, but not. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's got that. Like look at that. That looks really nice. But some of the backgrounds look really like they're hand drawn or cell shaded. How much money? So here's some gameplay. You're like kind of an assassin, but a samurai. Sneaking up and murdering people. I'm all about that. Until they notice me, and then I'm just like, fuck. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm intrigued about it. I'm gonna wait till see how it does. Maybe pick it up on a cheaper type of thing, but it does look really good. I will give it that. But we've seen a couple of trailers that looked really nice from E3. The one battle one. That's just what's in the thing. Well, are they seriously still trying to do this?
Still trying to do this? With the Conjuring creator James Wan, who did Aquaman.
Moving forward, the monster movie inspired by the shared world of the original creatures. So they're not trying to make a universe, they're just trying to make a movie with the...
No, I think they're trying to just make like the Justice League.
Of monster movies. Because The Invisible Man did well. And I'm like, The Invisible Man did well because it looks like an interesting movie. Not because...
But it looks nothing like The Invisible Man.
No.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Could have just been named any other movie.
Exactly. And then, like, The Mummy, whatever, with, what's his face?
Resurrection of Fate and Family.
Yeah. I just... Oh, man. The Dark Universe will go down, other than the DC Cinematic Universe, as probably like one of the biggest failures of all time. Of like, let's build a universe.
It's right behind. It's second only to the DCU. DCU is the worst franchise.
And I will give. Just go with me on this. I will give DC credit because at least they stuck with it. They knew they fucked up.
Well, they stuck with it to the point that they burned it completely.
Because after Man of Steel,
it was already off the rails.
And they didn't even try to fix it. They were just like,
just run.
Let's just go. And then after Batman v Superman, they were just like,
keep going.
Just keep going. And Justice League, they were like, okay, maybe we're going to fix this. We're going to try. But you know what? We already got these movies, so we might as well keep trying to make them. Mm-hmm. The only thing they haven't learned yet is how to fire Ezra Miller.
They never will.
No, they're just going to keep letting him pretend he's making a movie. Like the guy who thinks he's getting a Cyborg movie.
Or the guy that thinks he's getting another Superman movie.
Oh.
They're all...
That made me sad.
They're all just living this fairy tale where they think they're costume heroes.
Like,
but like,
had Henry Cavill not gotten the Witcher, I would feel very bad for him because he is honestly like he's a really good Superman, and they fucked that movie 8 ways from sideways. I mean, Man of Steel's not that bad, but still.
But it's not good. It's not good.
No,
it's not that bad, but it's not even good.
But compared to The Witcher, man, he's fucking amazing.
Oh, he's amazing.
He's
awesome.
actually amazing in Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
so
he's awesome in everything else.
Yeah, he's just awesome.
So think about that, Warner Brothers. He's awesome in everything else.
Also, he might be Wolverine. When that broke, and everyone believed it, and the other, so the internet...
I actually never seen that. You told me about it last week. I never saw that.
The internet usually falls into two camps. Actually, three camps. The assholes who just try to troll, the assholes who try to believe it, and the assholes who are like, come the fuck on, are you kidding me? And that's where I fell with this fucking reveal that, no, he's not going to play Wolverine.
No.
Come on. First of all, he's not playing Wolverine, and he's not playing Wolverine in Captain Marvel 2. In what universe, and not even the Marvel one, can you, why do they connect?
Yeah. Why would he be up here?
I've read enough Marvel comics to know that, Wolverine and Captain Marvel, unless I'm completely missing something, are just...
You're missing that story arc in the 90s where they were just like this.
Speaking of comics, I had this come up, but I didn't
I got
put it
something,
in there.
but I'll tell you after.
It was DC. Everything's canon. Did you see this now?
No.
Because of...
G5? 5Gs?
No, this has nothing to do... This is the Flash thing with Wally and how he's Dr. Manhattan now. He made everything canon.
He fixed everything.
No, he didn't fix it. He made it worse by making everything canon. And they were just like, everything's canon. It works and it doesn't work. That's how it works. Was basically how the comic described it.
Well, I would take that better than trying to tell me, well, this story works and that story does. How about this? None of it matters. Like we talked about last week in length. It doesn't fucking matter what they did in the 80s and what they're doing today.
Just to make stories.
Yeah, just make a new story.
If you want to add on that,
and that's why I say making everything canon kind of clears that up. Everything happens. Everything happens, and just read the next one.
But I already my problem with 52 is that they said everything happened with a few characters, and it made no goddamn sense.
Yeah, because it was selective. It was well, this
Batman
had his whole all of Batman happened in 2.5 years.
I think Batman and Green Lantern were the only two that had all of their history intact. You're like, no way. Because 52 was technically, 5 years they said before the thing started or whatever?
I think it was 5 years in.
Yeah.
So in the 5
when
years
it started, it had already been 5
years. Yeah.
No way all of that happened in 5
so he
goddamn
had all
years.
his Robins in 5 years.
Yeah, I never believed that for a second because it just, story logistic wise, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
But with this now, the article was they still have no idea what DC's going to do now because it looks very much like they're not doing this 5G thing.
Good, they shouldn't.
And
it's fucking stupid.
This was one of their things to fix it, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense because this would have already been done.
Yeah. Unless they just threw this issue together recently.
Which they could have, but shifted out.
This is the new ending.
And I don't know if this article, I don't know what issue this was, if it was coming soon or already out. But I know it was to do with the Wally in the chair and stuff. But I'm like, okay, if this 5G thing, man, I don't even know.
5Gs.
Bad idea. Still a bad idea. But I saw that and it just made me think of that, and they were talking about that. One last thing before we wrap up. One of the things we were actually really excited for, and I know I would have went and watched, was Bond. Bond got pushed back to November because of the Corona outbreak, along a bunch of other stuff that got canceled. We haven't really talked about it just because it's a thing we don't really cover in our wheelhouse of stuff. Stuff getting canceled and stuff like that we do, but when it's a big overlying issue like this, we don't cover it. Because, as you know, we just make horrible, shitty jokes about everything, and that's kind of where we did it earlier. But, yeah, Bond's been moved to April, or from April to November, and everyone was kind of like, damn, why the long-ass gap? And I'm like...
I will say, traditionally, though, Bond always comes out in November.
That's what someone said in the article, too, and I was like...
It was supposed to be November of last year and got bumped back this year because he broke his foot or whatever. And so it was supposed to be November, and they are traditionally released in November.
Yeah. Fine. I'll have to wait till November. It sucks. I was so it was technically 3 weeks away at this point or whatever, and now it's way back there. But it was delayed because of that reason and not quality issues, blah blah blah. So That's fine. Yeah, I just was like, okay. And it made sense that they have to push it that far because, like, if they had an open slot and they still have to wait for, like, this isn't an our market problem right now. It's their domestic or international market with China. Like, China closed because of the virus.
They
like,
closed all their theaters.
They closed all their theaters, basically. So they're going to lose a substantial chunk of money on this because apparently Bond does really well in China. A thing I did not know until I read this article, which is weird because you wouldn't think Bond. It's
an action movie. It's translatable. Action, you can watch it in any
But it is, but it's there's still a lot of story in Bond that I don't think. But if you look at, like, all three of these movies are the same story, just sequelized. So it's
all three of them have done well, I guess. It'd be like it's like the Mission movies. They all do crazy numbers in that market. Because
I thought that was Tom Cruise.
But because an action movie is translatable.
Yeah, but I would say there's more story and substance to a Bond movie than there is.
You don't need a story in those movies.
Yeah, but I'd say there's more story and substance to a Bond flick, at least the newer ones, than there is Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible is someone stole the MacGuffin. We have to get the MacGuffin. Oh no, the bad guy has the McMuffin.
I gotta do something crazy.
I'm Tom Cruise. I'm running. Simon Pegg makes a joke.
We got the MacGuffin.
We got the MacGuffin. Exactly. God, man, those McMuffins. Those
McMuffins are crazy.
Yeah, McMuffins are crazy. Those MacGuffin movies are great. I fucking love Mission Impossible. From, like, the crazy, like, where it started to where it ended to where it is now.
I still have not watched Fallout.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
And I'm torn.
Watch it.
Because I wanted to watch it so bad.
Mustache Gate?
That's it. 2 reasons. One, Mustache Gate.
Yeah.
And I am spoiled by knowing that he doesn't make it through the movie.
Yeah.
And so I know it's not like, okay, like, it was worth it, and he's going to be in, like, the next one.
Yeah, he's not.
And I'm like...
Well, he could be.
I'm like...
Watch it, man. I'm telling you, watch it. It's so good.
I think I'm going to skip and watch 8 or whatever the next one is.
You gotta watch it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I love it. It's such a good movie. They're all good movies.
No, they are.
Except for the second one. No, third one.
Second one.
Second
Woo is
bad. Which is like, on paper, that should work.
No, like, even on paper, like, if I read that, it was...
You think, like, but even, like...
The virus one?
Action movie, John Woo.
Yeah.
And then it was just like...
Dumps!
No, dumps.
Literally. Like, 19 shots of fucking dumps.
Dude, how good is Face Off?
Never seen it.
You never seen Face Off? I thought you have.
No.
Fucking watch Face Off.
I probably never will.
It's a good action movie, man. It is... It's an amazing movie.
I can tell you right now, today, if I were to watch that, it is going to be too dated for me to watch it and enjoy it.
I don't think so. It's still a good action movie. But, like, it's a movie where...
I watched Kill Bill and couldn't... I never did watch the second one.
Well, Kill Bill's different. Face Off is...
Just the idea of, like, it was so dated for the first time me watching it, like, 4 months ago that I'm like, I don't know why.
Pulp Fiction doesn't have that problem, though.
Never seen it.
That's good. I have it over there. That's good. I like it. But yeah, just like they act one way and then they completely have to act a different way. And like for 2 actors like John Travolta and Nick Cage, who
2
like
horrible actors.
Yeah, for the most part, to have them completely act like the other one did in the first like half hour of this movie to the rest of the movie, it's kind of amazing.
Well, I mean, they did it. They're both bad actors. I mean, so, like, are they acting any differently?
Yes, because they completely, like... So Nick Cage is still, like, he acts a certain way with his character in the beginning of the movie.
All frantic and crazy.
Yeah. But John Travolta has to do that after in the same type of way. And it's... But also still trying to hide the fact that he is that to certain people. It's actually really kind of cool. I love Face Off. I watched it, like, last year, I think. It's a good movie with John Woo. Unlike Mission Impossible 2. The McMuffin movies.
The McMuffin movies. That's what those are called from now on, the McMuffin movies.
Can you tell I'm hungry? Anyways, that's going to be this week's Talking Bull podcast. I think we talked about some stuff that was on this list other than Batman.
Oh, McMuffin was halted. Down one more.
Yeah, didn't we talk about that last week?
We did.
Okay. Yeah, McMuffin's on hold right now because it can't get a corona. I'm done. Anyways, guys, we will see you next week. Goodbye.